Chest press. Get one.
What's going on, Morristown? I'm John Orlick. I'm live at Exhibition Night, and I'm here with the main event.
Hi, my name is Ronan Flynn.
So, Ronan, what's your exhibit about?
My exhibit is about my exploration into the arts, I'd say, this year. I'm a photographer and a filmmaker, so over the course of this year, I've been practicing and trying to perfect my craft and vision. I have a documentary that is being premiered this Friday, when it comes out, would have already been premiered. But I have a documentary surrounding the production of our spring musical, and it's following people in the show. And kind of the central theme is how the effects theater have on people, both positive and negative.
Well, beautiful. So I see all these pictures out. So can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, you gotta be all this. Photography is something I'm sort of new to. I only really came to it about this time last year, and it is something that I always liked to do. I just never was. I never knew how to be. I wanted to get better at it. So using our fall drama, I practice and explore different styles of photography. I did abstract photography. I changed exposure settings, lighting settings. I did colored lighting. I used Polaroid and film, and just like to really show I I liked capturing the arts while creating art with my photography and my filmmaking.
Well, that's lovely. I mean,
I'm here with Caitlin at Exhibition Night. So, Caitlin, can you tell us a little bit about your exhibit?
So this year I wanted to kind of work on analyzing my ecological footprint. I spent 4 weeks at a camp in Vermont this summer, and they were very, very low waste, like no using paper towels, like no food waste and stuff like that. And so I wanted to see how I could carry that into my life here. And I took a little quiz at the beginning of the year to see what I needed to work on. And I found that if everyone lived like I did, we would need 3.7 Earths to sustain us. And that felt like a little bit too much to me. So I kind of broke it down into different categories, and I found that my biggest category was food, which basically meant how I ate and how I disposed of food waste and stuff like that. And so what I decided to do is I went vegetarian, and I've been looking into composting and stuff like that and limiting my food, trash. And yeah, it's been pretty awesome. As of yesterday, I am down to 2.5 Earths, so that's pretty great for me because it's a whole less Earth for us. And my food dropped significantly just from going vegetarian. And that was pretty awesome. Yeah, that's a pretty basic overview.
what's up, Morristown? I'm John Orlick, and I'm here with.
Aaron Goodman.
So, Aaron, what's your exhibit about?
So here, can I get the microphone? Thanks. Hey, my exhibit here is about public speaking, which is what I'm doing here as well. Last year I did a project on Holocaust education on social media, so this year I'm kind of showing the public speaking aspect of it. So since last year I've gone on numerous tours around the world. You've been to London, to LA, and various places for public speaking and interviews. So here is a display of many of my interviews and showing you how I've kind of changed throughout the years, or throughout this project. On the left here is a little bit of context showing some of my interviews, showing some of my old TikToks that I post because, Holocaust education, we need to teach about it, and I do that on social media. Here, to the right, is some of my worst interviews, kind of showing the beginning of the project and how I've kind of gotten a little bit better, but this really highlights the beginning of it and my poor answers to the questions. Over here to the right again, we have the better ones. So this is kind of towards the end of the project and showing the big contrast between when I first started and where I am today. So I've done so many interviews from Fox to CNN to England, Channel 4 and all that. I've spoken to 400 people. Here, this is an interview with Live Now, which is one of my favorites actually. So I've spoken to hundreds of people on stage, and it's kind of nerve-wracking. But a big part of this is getting over your fear and speaking in front of a camera, speaking in front of an audience. A lot of people are afraid of public speaking, and I was as well. And it's important to tap into that fear and improve on it. So that's why over here I have a setup to show what it might feel like to someone who is inexperienced in public speaking. So this here is designed to apply as much pressure as possible. I have a camera over here as well as a ring light and 4 different stage lights to shine as much light as possible. This is kind of what it feels like to do an interview. I've done a couple live interviews as well, so whenever people are speaking, I tell them that it's live. I also record it, and if someone needs, if they want, I can send them the recording just to see how they were, and hopefully in the future they can improve. Public speaking is a big part in our lives, and we all need to figure out how we can convey our messages in proper wording and most efficiently. Because if you have a message, you have something to say, the pen is mightier than the sword, as they say. You have to figure out a way to put it on paper, to say it, to express yourself. And especially with social media nowadays, it's a lot harder for us to properly express ourselves. So there are different ways we need to put ourselves out there.
Run it.
Everyone, you're okay? He's doing this.
All right, let's go.
This is what you look like, just so you know.
Damn.
Now, assume this is a live interview, right? You've all done, or I've done a lot of live interviews, so keep your answer short, but also concise, proper. Are you ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
Okay. What are some ways that we as a society can work towards world peace?
World peace is a really good thing. You gotta love everyone. You gotta treat everyone right, because if you treat someone right, they'll treat you right.
Yeah, but what are some ways that we can work together towards it? What are some things we can do in the world that can improve on our current climate and violence, aggression?
Can I double it and give it to the next person?
That's good. Squats. Blood. Oh my. Oh yeah. I'm here with Sarah Carroll, exhibition night. So Sarah, what is your exhibit about?
So my exhibit is about intercambios, which is a conversation group that I started where ELL students and English-speaking students, really anyone, can just come and meet people from all over the world and practice their English or their Spanish through things that unite us, like sports or music and things like that. And it's really something that like I said, that unites us, and people can practice their language skills in a really welcoming environment, and it's just fun. And you can meet people that you probably wouldn't have met otherwise.
Yeah, of course. So you're saying you started this last year?
Well, I tried to start it last year, but then they were like, you need to have seating charts because of COVID, and I didn't want to deal with that. And it was already June, so I really started this year.
Okay. So what made you want to start this intercambios?
Well, I noticed that a lot of people are taking Spanish for like 7 years or whatever, and they graduate and they speak approximately nothing. And considering that there's such a high population of Spanish speakers and native Spanish speakers in our school, I don't think there's any reason for that. So I want to unite the two communities, because right now it's kind of like 2 schools within a school, and it shouldn't be like that.
Thank you, Sarah.
We get tired of them, we see them way to gather data about students' experience. I also think alumni can.
So my exhibit, as you can kind of see up there, is a one-on-one interview that I conducted with our newly inducted superintendent of schools, Dr. Ann Mucci, asking her kind of questions about everything regarding her past, present, and future that has to do with the Moore School District. And then as you can see in the back there, it's kind of just a process of my past 4 years, the activities that I've been a part of, the projects that I've done, the research I've done, and it kind of just shows the growth I've had through the Humanities Academy / Life Design Lab.
Of course. So out of all the 4 years, out of 4 years, which do you think was the hardest project you've done and the most proud of?
Sure. So I'm most proud of all of them. I think this one is going to be really important, and I think a lot of community members are going to be able to benefit from it. I'm not to say that that's not true of some of my other projects, but I'm really happy with how this kind of turned out, and there's going to become more interviews coming in the future, posted on Colonial Corner as well as the Life Design YouTube, so look out for those. But in terms of effort, I mean, they all take effort in different categories. Some are more research heavy, some are more communication and connections heavy between people, person to person. But honestly, there's not one project I can say I'm most proud of, but I am very proud of this project here.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I was like, me and Ronan were like running around.
How do you like the exhibition night?
Exhibition night has been
Beautiful.
okay. Exhibition night has been actually pretty cool so far. I had no idea the school even had this thing. Like honestly, I'm discovering so many things this year about the school, and honestly, all the exhibits have been really cool this year.
I mean, I came here and I didn't really know what was going on. I didn't know what this thing was. I just had to film it. And now, honestly, I'm here and it's really cool. I like to see everyone what they're doing, and I know like this stuff is super cool. So yeah.